We're here in Barcelona with Pietro Pinucci, sail designer for American Magic Team, challenger for this 37th edition from the America's Cup. Pietro, on the last 10 days of sailing, we had light and strong winds, flat and rough seas. Have this been a boost for the actual sail design performance you're working with?
Yeah, for sure, having this kind of mixed days with every kind of condition, from waves to no waves to flat water, and today it was very breezy. Yesterday it was very breezy as well, but we had light winds in the previous day, so it's good obviously to see our equipment in all these kind of situations and test everything and prove the concepts that we are modeling as everybody. So it's for sure a boost in the development of the sail design pack, let's say, and also of everything else, clearly.
Then today we had strong sea breeze. What was your focus on today?
Well, as you have seen, we were racing between the two boats, so we have improved our racing, some pre-start skills, obviously in this kind of breeze, which is maybe a little more rare, and it's on the top end of the racing, let's say, part of the wind. So it's always good to have this kind of days where you can improve in a specific area of the wind beam, let's say, of the racing.
The uncertain sailing conditions we have in Barcelona makes that sail designers have to work in sails that are able to work in a wide range of winds. What are the design factors that allow this?
Yeah, so that's a good point. Since we have a limited amount of sails we can build, we cannot build very specific sails already for a specific true wind speed beam, let's say. We are limited in that, and obviously the uncertainties of this venue makes the thing even more challenging. But we are obviously trying to improve as much as possible the range of our designs, and we are trying to get the most out of everything. So out of each sails even when it is out of his conditions, let's say, out of his design conditions. Vale.
We are here with Thierry Duirard, sailing coach on Orient Express Racing Team, challenger for the 37th America's Cup. Thierry, today a day sailing in the upper range conditions. How did it go?
Yeah, it was good. We had a good weather forecast. Also, we aim to leave the dog before he's picking up too quickly. But as soon as we arrived on the race course, it was already a solid 14-15 and increasing to some guys at 20. So it was very good conditions. I would say. The guys, when you leave the harbour, say, "Oh, it's a champagne sailing today." So it was good day.
Yesterday and today, sailing around the Pier 12 course with Pier 12 boundaries and starting line. Is that the priority of the training program at this stage?
At this stage, we are trying to push as much as we can on the harbour handling. And when you are on the race course, you have the boundary, so you have to tack in a certain in an area, so it gives you more timing, so you don't delay too much your maneuver. So it was good for us. And today we try also to increase bigger legs with more maneuver to be on the top range. It was a good training.
Lots of tacks and jibes today in strong wind conditions and also sailing pretty far away from the coast with bigger waves. When looking at the numbers on the chase boat, how are the guys tacking and jibing?
That was pretty good. In average, we fine tuning and we were able to do quite a lot of tacks and a lot of jibes. We went a bit offshore to have a bit more sea states, and after we came back to be more flat and to start to turn a bit on the race course. So yeah, it was good. It's a good day.
There were a few times in which you got on board to debrief and talk with the sailors. Which kind of feedback and indications were you giving to them?
We have different things we have the comms. We are speaking most of the time with them by the comm, just to give them the feedback. How is the stability of the platform in average, of some different points for the twist of the sails or whatever, and we try to communicate, but they have a good idea what's going on. So.
Then towards the end of the day, unfortunately, some technical difficulties on board. What happened?
Just we are not sure about one or two functions on the board, on the boat, so we decided, the boat captain decided to ask us to come back to the harbour. Nothing really major, but we want to take a risk when you're on the top of range. If you have something is not working properly, it could be an issue. So
is it something electronic, hydraulic?
No, it's nothing really major, but when you start to have one or two gremlins, you say okay. We already had a good day, so it was good to end up the day like that.
We're here with Julien Pilat, a sail designer at Alinghi Red Bull Racing. You took all the sails on the water today, a pair of J1s, a pair of J2s and J3s, and both boats had the LE mainsails. The wind remained on the lower end today. You stuck with the J1s. How did it go?
Yeah, well, the wind was a bit lower than expected, I guess, so we still managed to do what we wanted to achieve. So we did some sail testing at the beginning, doing some modding, and then also acceleration testing and all the kind of thing we can use to enhance the performance of the boat. And then the wind dropped a bit, so we were not able to fall anymore. We wait for 1 hour or so, and then we managed to do some starting practice with the towing the boat, and then 1 or 2 races. Really small.
So we noticed a slight difference in the J1s today. One's a bit smaller than the other. So when these jibs are scaled up to the AC75 sizes, would they be equivalent to a J1 and a J2?
I guess we are playing a bit with the size. You know, with the 75 rules, you are able to play with the area, but also the luff length. So, yeah, the J1 we had today is part of a development. We had one pretty recent J1, and another one was a bit older, and it's just a continuation of the sail development that we had for the big boat, and that's what you have seen today.
Yeah, and yesterday you brought out the new J25 and compared with the J24. We noticed that the batten angles are slightly different on the J25. What impact does the angle of the battens have on the sail shape, and what are you trying to achieve with this?
Oh yeah, well, you might have noticed, so the J25 has one more batten, so we play a bit with some sail design trick, I will say, in order to see what was the impact on the flying shape and how the sails was behaving dynamically. So those feedbacks for us are really important for the boat, for the sail of boat 1, that we are about to launch. So we're pretty close to deliver a few or submit a few design for boat one. So it was good feedback.
You've got 5 J1s and 5 J2s on the LEQ for the LEQ12s. There's a clear focus on the lighter range of sails, and you're very close to the limit of sails of jibs that you can have. Are you happy with where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think it has been good learning so far. We managed to learn a lot from those sails, and especially to have 2 boats. I think for us was a really good learning, and we can have a direct feedback. And there is no way to lie. That's usually what's happening on the water. You compare one boat to another, and if one is performing better, you can draw your own conclusion.
In a previous interview, Gauthier explained that the aero package, the sails and the hull shape are designed together as one. Can we expect some big differences in the deck compared to the race yachts of the last Cup?
Well, you will see in a couple of weeks, I guess, but yeah, I hope so, because that's the fun part, I guess, and yeah, it's still a development class, and you have to push the boundaries. And that's what the design team at Alinghi Red Bull Racing is looking for. We are trying to keep pushing.
The new race boat has been delivered to the base in Barcelona. Lots of speculation. Despite all the wrapping and the packaging, we thought we could see some features on the deck maybe. Are you trying to get more pressure to the foot of the sails?
Yeah, well, enhancing the pressure distribution around the sails through the hull design is something that we are all looking for. Even an AC40 has some aero device that are enhancing this part. So yeah, it's in the design brief, and yeah, for sure we will see some of those aero features on our boat.